Over the last 5 years, the FIFA series has established itself as one of the most consistent and highly regarded sports video game franchises in existence. Last year, FIFA 14 received a Metacritic score of 87. With that recent history, expectations are again high for the newest version of the game. With the Xbox One version in hand for over a week, it's time for me to share my thoughts, impressions, and to score the latest game in the FIFA dynasty. Let's talk graphics and animation. The FIFA series took the next step in player rendering this year. Games like NBA 2K14, EA Sports UFC, and NHL 15 implemented the use of sophisticated camera rigs, and FIFA scanned the heads of over 200 players in the game this year. The FIFA universe is a large one, so you obviously won't see every player's authentic head. However, you should have realistic versions of most of your favorites. The facial renders are good, but for some reason they seem just a bit beneath the level of accuracy and sharpness presented in the aforementioned games. Don't get me wrong, the players look really good, but the bar has been raised significantly in this area as of late. From the neck down, players look about the same as they always have. This isn't an insult, as body types weren't a negative for the game already. Now that said, it's easy to see how improving the player frames might wind up being the next aspect of the models to get a boost moving forward. As for the surroundings of the players, the various stadiums and venues are rendered quite nicely, and especially in the Premier League, where every stadium has been accurately captured. You have to see the weather effects, because those are perhaps the most dramatic that you'll ever see in any sports video game. The excellent lighting really does a great job bringing shadows into play and causing each field to look different. Now, while the new renders and other goodies are nice, the best part about FIFA 15's visual appeal is its animations. There's seemingly an endless amount of physical reactions to the most subtle and skeletal shaking collisions. The players colliding have never looked so good. The physics goodness is not just limited to player-on-player sequences. The roll of the ball on the grass and the sight of blades of grass rising and falling appropriately during close-ups is pretty. Now, where there's room for sharpening up the visuals in a few instances, the vast majority of the graphical package is above average. The gameplay and realism. Now, easily the biggest improvement made in FIFA 15 is in the collision detection, as I mentioned. Every touch, brush, shirt pull, carom, and slide matters. One of the most gratifying things that can happen in a sports video game is when a play finishes and you look at the replay and you can clearly see that everything that transpired in the play makes sense. Thanks to a new wrinkle added to the physics engine, FIFA 15 is filled with these instances. It's called correct contacts, and it should be the model for all sports video games moving forward. I have never played a more physically realistic sports game. The slides, the tackles, missed and made saves, and seemingly inconsequential collisions are all lifelike. Just when you think there's going to be a body pass through, the physics engine recognizes the contact and the player reacts accordingly. Now, with goalkeeper physics and AI also redone, it's awesome to watch just how correct contacts and the new keeper system work together. Now, that's the technical stuff, but if you want to get more simplistic, the gameplay is just fun. Mastering the various skill moves is important if you really want to become deadly with the ball in scoring range. It does take some practice, but once you pull off your first tricky ball maneuver, you'll be hooked. The game does have a few weird points when it comes to its artificial intelligence. For example, during throw-ins, the CPU opponent seems to at times just completely disregard the defenders in the area, and it sets itself up for turnovers a bit too often. Now, there is, however, a better sense of spacing when a player is making a run. Smarter cuts are made to help to create more realistic and practical scoring opportunities. Collectively, FIFA 15 shines in the realism and fun departments, so what more could you ask for? Let's talk about the sound and the presentation. Martin Tyler and Alan Smith do an excellent job with the commentary, and this is especially the case during match day presentation. The current events comments make the experience seem fresh and new. They also do a great job incorporating conversational banter during dead spots in the action. The pace in the soccer helps to provide more opportunities for this type of stitching, and the developers for the game take full advantage. Storytelling is almost seamlessly interrupted by reactions to major happenings on the pitch. The crowd sounds great. Region-specific chants that are designated by club and the league immerse you in the game. Now, it would be nice if Smith and Tyler had a bit larger name database programmed in. In games without as many well-known stars, there are times when the announced team is a bit too quiet for long stretches. This does not seem to be the case when playing a Premier League match or a La Liga clash. However, if you're looking to play some MLS action, you might notice a vastly different audio experience. And one thing that might go unnoticed by some is the halftime and post-match highlight reel. It is awesome in the way that it implements the real in-game call from your match on goals. It sounds so authentic and like a real TV style highlight package. I find myself watching it multiple times as there's like a new camera angle presented each time. The soundtrack is lively, collection of diverse tracks, but gamers who actually pay attention to this aspect of the game probably won't get bored with the selection. Modes and options. Now you won't find many complaining about the amount of modes, options, and clubs in FIFA 15. The franchise did lose its license with the Brazilian clubs, but there is still a plethora of club and league choices. There's still leagues from 26 different countries and international squads. You can start a career as a manager or play in any of those leagues. It would be nice to offer a bit of a tutorial to the career mode as a manager or player. If you're not a hardcore world football fan, you could get a bit overwhelmed by all of the options in the career modes. Aside from exhibition, which is called kickoff, and career modes, there's also the return of FIFA Ultimate Team, tournaments, skill games, seasons, pro clubs, co-op seasons, online friendlies, matchday live, and the ability to create a player. The Ultimate Team experience offers exactly what the career mode is missing. From the moment you start, you're taken on a FIFA Ultimate Team journey that has you get a feel for every aspect of the mode. Pack openings have seen a presentational upgrade, so it's hard to explain why the reveal of new cards earned in this mode is so exciting, but it is. The development team understands that the reveal of the cards is an exciting part of the Ultimate Team process, and they've spruced it up to add a little bit more intrigue. Now, needless to say, there's enough there to keep just about anyone busy. Updating some of the creative player options would be great. The details have been the same for a number of years now. Perhaps employing some type of face scanning technology would be a logical next step. As it is, the game offers a full complement of features, which is undeniably a major plus. Overall, there isn't much to dislike about FIFA 15. It's the kind of game that hardcore fans of the sport will like, but it also has some qualities that even gamers who aren't fans of world football can appreciate. With a few small tweaks here and there, this game could be as close to perfect as a video game can get. Here's the final scores for each category and overall.